Hey guys, it's your girl Shalae and I'm back today with another stimulus check update video. In today's video, we are going to talk about the $450 per week that you may receive if you return back to work. And this is a proposal by Senator Rob Portman. We also are going to talk about inmates actually receiving the $600 unemployment. Yeah, I know, we'll discuss it. And then we're going to talk about the IRS stating that if you are low income, homeless, or did not file taxes, how you still qualify for your pandemic payments, okay? So if you want to discuss this like we always do, you already know what to do. Stay tuned, I got you covered. Now guys, also, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, okay, welcome. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as like this video, guys. Please do that for me, all right? Now, before we go ahead and jump into the video, let's go ahead and get a few church announcements out the way. Wait, I'm rude, I'm being so rude. How was your holiday? How did you guys enjoy your holiday? Like, I feel like I should have announced that or asked that at the beginning. I'm sorry. What did you do for the holiday? Let me know down in the comments below. I actually enjoyed the holiday with some family and friends, and I even went live yesterday. So thank you for all the people that tuned into my live. I was able to answer some of your questions and just converse with some of you. And I think some of you didn't even know that I was real. So it was nice to be able to talk back and forth. Some of you guys are absolutely hilarious. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I may do that again. So if you missed out, you know, you snooze, you lose, okay? But I'm real, because some people didn't think I was real. I'm real. Okay. All right. So now that we have that out the way, as well as if you are a payee, Social Security recipients, SSDI, a lot of them already have received the pending notifications that their first stimulus check should be in their account either on May 27th or May 28th. I'll announce this in every video because sometimes this is people's first time tuning into the video, okay? So, you know, we got to help them out. So if you are SSI, SSDI, a lot of people have started receiving those notifications. All right. And that's even on the Social Security Administration website. All right. So go ahead. Let's jump into it, guys. So now this is a new week. So go ahead and let's expect for the proposals to start coming out. We know that the Senate now they're returning back from vacation and playing golf and doing all those good things. But somehow Senator Rob Portman happened to put a little proposal together before he went on vacation, okay? And what he is proposing right now is that you get $450 per week if you return back to work. So we all know that right now, if you're drawing unemployment, you get $600 per week. It's like the pandemic unemployment assistance, and you get that up until July 31st. After July 31st, you would just get your regular state unemployment. But what he is saying is, hey, now, if you return back to work now, just say it's June, and we'll give you $450 per week on top of what you would be earning from your job. So that's what he wants to give. Now, I'm not a fan of this, and you know, I want to state the facts and not really give my opinion, but this would only apply to those that are going back to work. This is what he proposed, okay? So it's not in stone, but he's proposing that if you return back to work, you get an additional, it's like a bonus. You get an additional $450 per week. It doesn't help those that already are working. So if you're working, it's just like, na 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 boo boo, you know, okay, I had to do that, all right. I had to. All right. So it's like if you're working, you don't get anything. It doesn't cover for SSI or SSDI or anything like that. Like the only person that this really benefits to me is if you have your 40 hours a week back at your job and you can go back to your job, it benefits you because you would get an additional $450 on top of your 40 hours. Like, that's great. And then it benefits the company because now they get their employee back. And we know, guys, right now, it is hard for people to return to work when you are making almost double the amount in unemployment. I mean, let's keep it real. Would you want to go back to work and you can make more sitting at home? But, you know, we didn't start this, so you can't get mad and call people lazy or anything like that. Like, we didn't make these rules. This is what you put out there, and people are taking advantage. And not only are they taking advantage of it, guys, let's keep it all the way real. Some people don't even have a job to return back to. I mean, We just seen that Hertz filed for bankruptcy and 16,000 employees were laid off. So even if these employees wanted to go back to work to get the $450, what job are they returning back to? Does that make sense? What job are they returning back to? So that's what he's stating, that you would get the $450 up until July 31st. And not only that, but I'm just like, who, where, like, you know, what about the people that have been working the entire time? Now, if you just think about it, the $600 that you were getting per month, per week in unemployment, with the $450 per week, it'll be an additional $1,800 on your check. So I'm gonna say this. I think that for this one, I hope this proposal does not go through. And that's because I feel like they really missed the mark. I mean, a lot of people have been left out on this one. My SSI, my SSDI, my frontline people that are already working. And we know that there's different proposals out there for hazard pay and a lot of different things, but this is what he proposed, and we know that they need people to return back to work, because that's the issue right now. Most people don't want to return back to work. So I say this, Senate, let's give it another try. Okay, let's submit some more proposals. And like I said, guys, be prepared. A lot more are going to come down the pipeline. I know you're like, hey, just get the money, give me the money. I agree 100%, and maybe that'll work. Just give everyone $450 per week. Like, give everyone, whether you work or don't work, okay, give everyone, make it fair across the board, $450 per week. And then to me, if $450 per week adds up to $1,800 a month, why you just can't give us the $2,000? How hard is that? How hard is that? If you're gonna give $1,800 for the next 2 months to people to return to work, just give everybody $2,000 for the next 2 months, or a $2,000 stimulus. Let me know what you think about that below. Like, I mean, I'm not running for Congress. I'm not, you know, I'm just saying. All right, so moving along, that's what's going on with the proposal. And like I said, guys, be prepared right now. It's gonna be a lot coming down the pipeline. All right, so next order of business. Inmates receiving unemployment. Okay, so now that we were talking about unemployment, nearly $200,000 in unemployment was paid to 53 inmates. So now these people, they were not actually incarcerated. They were working in Maine on the work release program. So Maine Department of Correction inmates have been laid off. They were laid off from their work release program, and they were receiving the $600 additional employment weekly benefits. Now, you know what? There's so many stones that I want to throw, and there's so many things that I can say about this, but my grandma told me if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. And I'm going to exercise that right now, because I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. One, through this whole pandemic unemployment, everything with stimulus checks, we know that deceased people have received checks. We also know that checks have been sent out to actual inmates as well, stimulus payments, and now we're adding unemployment. So what the governor decided to do was he sent a letter to address and ordered it to stop the distribution of payments to inmates. It wasn't the intent for the inmates to receive the benefits. I mean, they didn't do anything wrong. They were laid off. And I mean, you know, we also know that work release does offer valuable opportunities and life skills to rehabilitate the inmates. So I am not mad at the inmates. No, I'm not saying that they don't deserve it. I'm not saying that they do deserve it. I'm not mad at the inmates, but what I'm saying is we gotta do a little bit better. And I think a lot of these things have fallen between the cracks because we weren't prepared. And if anything, I think the overarching message out of all this is we weren't prepared. You know, as Americans, we were not prepared. We hadn't experienced nothing like this. So these little things are falling between the cracks, but I know some of you guys have yet to receive your unemployment. Somehow in Maine, 53 inmates received their unemployment. Let that marinate. Alrighty, moving on to the next story. People with no income are now eligible to get stimulus payments. This include homeless people as well as people who are not required to file federal taxes. So a lot of people were stating that if they were on SNAP benefits or if they were low income and they have not filed taxes, do they still qualify? And according to the IRS Commissioner Chuck, he said, absolutely, you qualify. The IRS is working hard to find new ways for people who don't have filing requirements to get their payments. So if you are low income or none at all, you do qualify for a stimulus if you have a social security number and you were not claimed as a dependent by another taxpayer. So you got to have a social, you weren't claimed on any one taxes, and your adjusted gross falls below $75,000 or less. If that is correct, then you do qualify. You can go to the irs.gov and you can use the non-filers tool and you can enter your information. So spread this to your friends, your family, and let people know, because a lot of people that are in low income, because they did not file taxes, think as if they don't qualify. They do. And even homeless people, they do qualify as well. Now there's one exception, guys. If you are a prisoner. So if you are a prisoner, you are not eligible for the stimulus payment, and they put that out. You gotta love America. Alrighty, guys, so that's all I have for the news. Believe me, I will probably be updating videos a little bit more this week, and that is just because, just get ready, guys. Like, you know, buckle your seatbelts, brace yourself. It is going to be a lot of things going back and forth, and I know where people are like, just send the money, send my money. It's my money and I want it now. Well, we can't call J.G. Wentworth, okay? We're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to be patient and see what goes back and forth. And some things we're gonna like and some things we're not gonna like. But you know what? It is okay. We're gonna get through this and then we'll be better people for it. So thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. I may be back a little bit later. I wish you guys have a great Tuesday, okay? Rest, relaxation, do what you need to do. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think about the $450 per week? What do you think about inmates receiving unemployment? Have you received your unemployment? And then also, go ahead and continue to submit those questions to Shalae. All right? Gotcha, guys. I will talk to you later. Peace, love, bye.